It's Patrick here again with Smart Start Solutions Incorporated. I'm a social media manager. I've been making these videos to hopefully help you get more coverage, get a little more ahead with your social media marketing campaign. A lot of people don't seem to have their Messenger properly configured, and the Messenger system through a Facebook business page is extremely powerful. I'm going to walk you through some steps right now to properly configure your Facebook Messenger for your business page. And this will help answer questions for customers, put out contact information, tell people a little bit about your business while you're away. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get right into it here. First, I'm going to show you how Messenger should look when someone goes onto your business page. What it's going to say and do depends on what your business is. Okay, everyone, this is my Facebook page. As you can see, it's running a video and doing some other things. Right now it's configured for my admin settings. Basically how, if you're running your Facebook page, you'd have similar functions like this, insights, things like that. But I want to show you what it looks like when, someone hits my page. And to do that, I'm just simply going to go down here in these little dots here and say view as page visitor. So as you can see, what happens right away is this little messenger pops up. I was kind of testing it earlier. I kind of configured some different settings on here, but basically what it's supposed to do is when someone hits your page, it'll pop up with some kind of a greeting. A lot of people have it configured with basic questions that people may ask your business, if they're trying to check you out and see what you do. Yeah, basically what happens is someone's going to come in and type and indicate what they're trying to do, and you're going to set up your messenger to respond in certain ways based on, the basics of it is like if you're away and people just want contact information and things like that, they can easily put that information and get a response. Basically, when someone hits your page, this should come up and say information that's pertinent to your business. Okay, so now we're back to my the admin look on my page. So this is basically, if you're doing this type of configuration, it's best to do it on a laptop, in my opinion. Usually when you're trying to do it on a phone, the features it's going to have is going to be a little bit more diminished. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, let's pretend I haven't set anything up yet. And I'm going to kind of use my page to show you how to do this. And then I brought up some example pages, which will show you some amazing ways that some really good pages are using Messenger to help get out information about their business. So usually what I do is I go into settings here, and it's going to bring up all this stuff. The first thing I'll do is go into messaging. And from here is where you can start to configure your messenger. You can prompt people to send messages. That is kind of what happens when the chat window pops up. You want to set that to on. Okay, so then we go down to the response assistant. You see down here it says go to automated responses. We're not going to do that quite yet because I just want to show you these general settings. So show a messenger greeting. You can create a greeting for what it says, when people hit your page, and I say, welcome to Smart Start Solutions Incorporated. We are a social media agency and ready to help you increase revenue on social media. How can we help? So if you're anybody else, you got to think about what your greeting is going to be. If you're a realtor, you're like, are you interested in moving to Vegas? I'd love to show you some houses. Please leave your message. You can just tailor to however you're going to use it. And to do that, you're just going to change, and you can set that here. You can even add more stuff if you'd like. Reminders, send customers automatic reminders via Messenger or text message. This is great if you're booking appointments and stuff like this. I have it on. I do have the ability to book on my Facebook Messenger. If you're also someone who works with bookings and things like that, then you might want to have that set up as well. It depends on your process, and most scheduling software and CRM software and things like that have some ability for you to book and connect it with Facebook or some other social media. So, always make sure you're using things that help you the most. Follow-up messages. It says here, automatically send customers a message after their appointment to book with you again. This is great because if they have an appointment and let's say you didn't close the sale in an appointment, or it's just like information gathering and you need to do a follow-up, this is a great way to automate that process. Essentially, you're always trying to make more time for yourself. Time is money, right? So the more automations you can use and configure correctly and utilize all these features, the better it's going to go for you. Okay, so let's go back up here to, go to automated responses, because this is where you can set up some of the basics for your or Messenger. Right now, this is basically where you're going to do it. You see away message, which I haven't configured. Instant reply. So when someone clicks something to you, mine says right here, "Thank you for your interest in Smart Start Solutions. Tell us a little bit about yourself." So my away message isn't on right now because I'm here. So basically when you're away and you're not available, like you'd have this clicked on, and so when people hit your website or your Facebook page, this is the stuff that comes up. And you can create them for a lot of things. Contact information, like if let's see, for this one, people who ask about contact information only will receive this response if your conversation hasn't been active for at least 30 minutes. So if people are away, or like you haven't talked, or you started a conversation and something happened, this is a great one to have to just get your information. Mine is set up. Feel free to email us at my email and my phone number and visit us. If you have a physical location, you might want to do that. Page recommendations. You can even set this up because reviews are important. If people recommend your page or do things like that, these are great responses to set up. And mine, I just left it as a regular response, like "Thanks for recommending us." But you can personalize that. You could probably change the picture maybe. I never tried to do that yet, but you probably could. Okay, so that is kind of the basics of setting up your Instagram Messenger. Okay, so then let's go on to the next part here. This is a little more advanced in a way if you haven't ever done this before, but it's not impossible. And most like builder sites, I'm sure WordPress.org, they have a way to program that in. So talk to your web developer about that. And this way you can like configure it to kind of go through your website as well. So everything works together. Like your social media and your website should always work together in unison. It's very important. Okay, so I have it set here. You can do responses that are all automated, responses that are all provided by people. This just helps Facebook kind of understand how you're going to use Messenger. I kind of do both, so that's how I have my setting there. Okay, so this is like if you're using apps or extensions or things like that, you can put this in here. This also works well with the Messenger bots. If you put in a special ID, you can use this to like personalize your messages even further. Whitelisted domains, that is literally like I put my own website in there, so if people are interacting and doing things from my own website, it doesn't do anything. Okay, this is really cool here. A lot of people don't really understand the power of this, but this is your Messenger link, and as it says, you can link anywhere. Website, app, flyer, text messaging, email, anything else. And folks, a lot of great advertising, if you ever decide to do any paid advertising, using this is a great way to drive traffic towards a funnel or a landing page, which could be created entirely in Messenger. This is an extremely powerful thing because a lot of people, when they get leads, they waste time on people that aren't really qualified. And so it's important to set up whatever your funnel is as a way to kind of weed out the people that really aren't going to work for you and put in people that are going to work for you. Okay, so these are things I didn't really activate on mine yet, but I will. Subscription messaging and info about people. This is great because you can send out, messages and stuff like that for, all kinds of stuff, and you kind of have to get approval for that. So because I'm just trying to keep this video a little bit short, maybe I'll make another video about this stuff once I get it set up. Here's a customer chat plugin. This is another place. Like it says right here, let people start a conversation on your website and continue it on Messenger. So you can set up this to do exactly what it says. If people start a conversation on your website, you can handle it through your Messenger. Again, like put it through your, whatever your sales funnel or information funnel is. Discovery settings, I haven't set that up yet, but it's great because that's what I'm using this page for, is to show you things as I do them, because then you don't know exactly what to do. This is great. Okay, Discover is a new section in Messenger where people can browse and find bots, nearby places and businesses to message. Page admins who have a bot can complete this form to choose the categories where it appears. I mean, this is great because people search all kinds of things on Facebook. One thing to know about all social media, you got to kind of think of social media as a search engine in a way. So when you go and optimize your pages and do everything you do, even posting, you should always think about what people are going to search for, when you are posting, because then it gives more chance for your organic reach to go a little bit farther. Because if you're like driving tons of traffic, to your, Messenger, you'll switch over to this, other system. Is like if you have a system that's going to handle massive amounts of messaging and organize it appropriately. This is basically saying if inbox gets overwhelmed, it'll switch over to this part where you'll have if you're getting that many messages and you're actually using them, you're going to be using some other system anyway. So that's basically where you're going to set that up. Okay, so that's the basics of starting, setting it up. And so it's kind of up to you to configure it to work for you. I'm going to bring up a few examples. You kind of saw mine where if I'm at like an agency of some kind, it's going to pop up and ask information that I would need for the agency. Oh, by the way, we're going to be doing some social media classes coming up here soon, probably the next couple of weeks, and I'm starting to take subscriptions for that, or at least interest in it, to see exactly where that's going to go. Basically, it's going to be live interactive classes where I can share your screens and look at your stuff, and like basically it's going to be going through social media tips and tricks and things, but instead we're going to be able to talk back and forth, and actually you'll be able to get the most out of learning because you're going to see something and be able to ask questions. So if you're interested in that, there's going to be a link in this video, and the first 300 people are going to get 50% off whenever we start it, and it's already going to be really affordable. The fee is going to cover setup for like conferencing software and hosting, and the basics of like running a conference basically. So once again, if you haven't already, sign up for the email. There's going to be a link here. It'll take you to a landing page where you can just put in your email, and as soon as we get more information, I'll put that out. Okay, going on. So here is an example here. This is a great Facebook page. This is a local barbecue joint in Las Vegas, my hometown. And first of all, they got an incredible page. If you're not utilizing video on your Facebook cover page yet, then you really need here. You got to think of it as your billboard. Like, this is what people are going to see when they visit your Facebook page. And when you're doing any other social media page as well, you should always think about those first impressions. Facebook has done a great job of giving you this option to video, because as you can see, like, they're doing a great job here by immediately taking you into the process of how they make all this barbecue. This place is always off the chain here. Yeah, so as you can see here, their messenger system is configured correctly. It popped up right away as soon as I got onto the page. And so I'm not going to type anything in here because I don't want them to think I'm needing barbecue right now, but basically what would happen if they have it done correctly is I could type in, like, I don't know, where are you, specials, I don't know, whatever prompts you want to put in there, and they should have some sort of response for that. Either it's going to give me a location or give me a way to sign up for catering. I mean, there's so many things you can do with this messenger. So here's a great real estate agency page. As you can see here, she has quite a nice configuration. As soon as I hit the page, the messenger came up, and here are your options. Can I speak to an agent? What areas do you serve? Can I schedule a viewing? Are there any new properties available? These are common questions that people are going to want to know. I'm not going to click on it because it's going to start her system, and she's probably using a bot for this. And I'll show you again a bot that you can use to configure funnels basically that grab the basic information of a visitor and sets it up perfectly so you can respond to them already knowing some stuff. She's got it set up for appointments and bookings because, like I said earlier, if that is what you do and you need bookings and you have services and things like that, configure your Facebook page appropriately. Like, you can literally set times, for her, to book with her and have her show you homes or whatever it is. This is great stuff. If you have any information about her people that can talk to you, that you've sold homes to, and willing to do these like video testimonials, ooh, that's golden. You can make a lot of additional leads and revenue. Okay, so that's all the time I have right now. I didn't want to keep you guys too long, but again, I just wanted to give you a basic example of how you can configure your messenger to work for you. And as promised, I'm going to show you a special software that you can get that will help you configure your messenger a little bit better and actually get it to work for you. Hey everyone, so here is a small example of how you could set up a messaging bot to do some pretty cool things for you through your messaging app for Facebook Messenger. And actually, a lot of times you can set this up for other messaging systems too. This is just kind of an example of how their kind of mapping system works. I'm not going to have enough time in this video to go through the entire thing, but at some point I'll do a video where it goes a little more in depth. Basically, you set up this kind of map here, and you connect all these things, and basically you're setting up what the prompts are going to be. So you start, there's a million ways to configure this thing, but basically you can start by common questions that someone's going to ask, you know, or if they're just interested or whatever it is, it's going to take them through a process basically that helps you get more information about that lead. This is like an example for like a referral program. Yeah, do you know someone who would like to learn more about messenger marketing? Hey, blah, 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 blah. Like, it's got code in there, so whoever is talking to you will get their name in there. Yes, I know someone, or no, I don't. If yes, I know, it goes to this message. If no, I don't, it goes to this. So you can, if you're a real estate agent, you can set up like, are you moving to Vegas for the next 2 years? Yes or no? Yes. Go to this thing. Okay, what kind of house are you looking for? 2, 3, 4 bed, you know, whatever your options are. And then they click that and it takes them to the next part. You know, so you're going through all of this. So by the time you get down to the final, you know, by the time you get back to this lead, you know, let's say you're gone, or let's say you're just monitoring it anyway, you know, you're going to have a good chunk of information. So you can call them back and be like, hey, I saw you're looking for a 3-bedroom in Las Vegas. I found a great one. I'd love to show it to you. Let's book an appointment. Boom, done. You know, so again, if you're not using, you know, social media yet to better yourself in business, like, you really need to get on the ball, and I'm going to keep making tips and tricks and all that stuff so you can do that and understand how important it is. Once again, I really suggest you put your name in for these classes coming up. I'm only accepting 300 people because I just need to use it to kind of test and see how this is going to go. The first 300 people are going to get 50% off. It's already extremely affordable. So, but you want to take advantage of that, and then you guys will be helping me set the tone for how many classes I'm going to do, class sizes, and best times to do the classes. And basically, instead of me just talking to you like I'm doing right now, it's going to be more back and forth. We're going to actually see, you know, what your business actually looks like and be able to make suggestions based on, you know, your particular needs. Okay, so that's all the time I have. Once again, thanks for tuning in. This is a little bit longer video because I'm going to start adding more stuff. And let's see, what do I got coming up next? I might as well show you guys this too. I got a whole list. Alright, next is going to be how to use Facebook groups to your advantage. A lot of people don't realize that the best way to grow organically on Facebook is through groups. You can make your own group and you can participate in other groups. I'm going to show you how to do that without looking like a spammer. Woo! Okay, see ya!